My name's Stephen Frazier, and I'm the CEO of Tarter. Tarter is a premier U.S. manufacturer focused on automation. We started in the farm and ranch space and now have grown into the pet, fencing, and lawn and garden industry. So we had automated a lot of our implements and attachments side of the business, but our gate side of the business was still very manual and riddled with a lot of labor to address the production needs. Really, the biggest challenge was just getting labor. Finding welders is a challenge for anybody in the United States, especially us being located in a rural geographical region. And then equally, just improving our quality was another thing that we wanted to achieve through automation as well. We engaged a lot of different companies, some that we'd worked with in the past, some that we hadn't. Ultimately, what led us to AWLs, we have a couple strategic partners that had AWL equipment. So we met with them, kind of got their feedback on how the projects went. Kind of engaged AWL to look at our solution, and they came up with a one-of-a-kind solution that fit our needs. So we had some FANUC robots in some of our other facilities, but then ultimately we relied heavily on the advice and guidance of AWL and what they thought would be the best fit for our application. We've had the cells in place for a couple of years and really had no issues out of the robots since they've been installed. The biggest advantage for automation for us is the ability to ramp up and scale up as volume increases. Yeah. So before, when you were doing it manually, you had to really try to either ramp up your head count or make your headcount work overtime, which certainly sometimes creates issues in the workforce. So through automation, we're able to increase our production hours to get more volume out to address our consumer needs. I think the aha moment really just came back to the flexibility of the production and how quickly we could scale it. Certainly it took us a little bit of time to kind of work out the kinks of going from a manual process to automation, but now as we look back at this last year, some of the inconsistencies in our customer orders, we were able to react in a very short time frame and get product out the door timely. We've always prided ourselves on being innovative in our manufacturing operation, and this was just another step forward with that. And ultimately, the goals were to give us more production availability and then continue to improve quality so that we can continue to grow and evolve as a company. So for us, it's mostly welding, and then they do some material handling around unloading the cells and introducing some hardware during the manufacturing operation as well. The biggest competitive advantage is most of our competitors are still manually welding their products. And so, we were able to show a really, compelling product that's safe, it's got smooth edges, it's consistent every time, it's tested in line to make sure that the quality is there. So we're able to scale the number of units we're able to produce, but they're also very high quality units that we're able to manufacture as well. AWL has been great to work with. Certainly our machine's one of a kind, and with that there were some challenges, and they've been very supportive after the fact of training our team on how to run the machines and very supportive on any issues that we've had to provide quick resolutions to make sure that our machines are able to get the most use of the uptime and get the most products out of them. We haven't had really any issues with the robots, and so they've performed well, and so we haven't really had to service them a lot. So that's great. So the first two machines were brought in to manufacture our gates and corrals and then some wire-filled gate frames. We, over the last 6 months, have been working to grow out our pet division. So we've been successful in some bids on dog kennels. And so we've engaged AWL to help us with some of the manufacturing and automation around welding the dog kennels. The first time we engaged them a couple years ago on the original cells, it was a pretty smooth process. We were happy with the resolution and the product that they gave us. So when this project came up, an opportunity, we talked to a couple other companies as well. Ultimately, we were satisfied with the solution that AWL provided, and equally just with our long-standing relationship with them, confident that they're going to be able to hit the short time frame that we need in order to get these cells into production, and are confident that at the end of the project we'll have a cell that is able to produce quality products. They hit the cycle times that they're promising at the outset. In general, there's always challenges anytime you bring new equipment in, and you have to be aware of those and make sure the team's diligent to solve those issues quickly. The environment we work in is pretty fast-paced, so we need to make sure that these machines come in timely, they hit production when they hit the shop floor, and ultimately put out the issues that you have fast. AWL has been a great partner to help make sure that's been successful. Yeah, I think the key is, not everything needs to be automated, so just be smart about the products that you're pursuing automation on. And, just be really diligent that you do the work up front to find a good partner so that you don't have issues after the fact. We've brought in some automation from other companies that didn't go necessarily as smoothly, and we didn't get the intended benefit or the expected benefit out of those sales. So, we've become more educated over the years as we've gotten further into the automation journey, and made sure that we found good partners to make sure that the projects are a success. We're really excited about this project. It gives us a lot of capability around scaling our dog kennel production, and then also we're working to make these cells flexible where they'll be able to make some other products as well. So, as we've built out an automation roadmap for our company, this is kind of one step in that direction, and we're excited about what these cells are going to do for our company and continue our kind of innovative and transformational way of manufacturing products.